Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Dylan Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. In today's video, what we'll be doing is we're going to be talking about the 2024 MLB season, and as we know, the season is coming to an end here very soon. We're currently in August. The season ends around end of September, and as we know, we go into the playoffs. Awards start getting presented. MVPs, Coach of the Year, all different types of awards. And what I wanted to do is kind of go ahead and give my prediction on who I think is going to win some of these awards. Now, as always, there's NL and AL. It's not just one MVP, one Coach of the Year. There's for the NL and AL. There's also the Cy Young, Rookie of the Year for both leagues, obviously. And I just kind of want to give my opinion on who I think is going to win. Now, as always, I do have kind of the betting odds. It's kind of what I have pulled up for like the favorites that are probably going to be in there for the votes of who's going to get like first place votes, second place votes, third place votes, etc. I'll have both websites that I'm going to be using today linked down in the description below with all the betting odds. So if you want to go check them out for yourself, feel free. But I'm going to go ahead and get straight into this. If you're going to enjoy it, as always, make sure you're going to drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. But without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, let's start off with the Coach of the Year. Let's go with the AL odds. First up, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. You could say I'm being a homer for saying my home team, the Guardians. I think it's going to be Stephen Vogt. If Votey's going to be the guy, he's going to get this award. He has led this team. When everybody last year, we were below 500 record. Everybody thought this team was going to be probably 500. Maybe they do something good. They have a good roster. Vogt coming in, first-time manager. It's going to be a shaky start. And he basically just came out here and he's got us in the best record in the entire MLB. He's gotten these guys hitting the ball harder, more home runs. The bullpen is dominant. The fact that with our starting pitchers, we had lost Shane Bieber. Tristan McKenzie went down into the minors. Logan Allen has been so up and down. Our pitching staff has been a complete mess. Bullpen has been getting some injuries here lately, and we are still up around first place. I think that deserves the first place vote. And just think of where this team has come from the past few years of building and the cheap market of like, I think we're like what, the fourth or fifth cheapest team in the entire MLB, and we have a shot to have the #1 record, not just in our division, not just in the American League, but the whole league. Better than the Orioles, better than the Yankees, better than the fucking Phillies. We have a shot at that, people. Now, don't get me wrong. I think some of these other guys are going to get some consideration. The Royals manager, he's going to get some consideration because they were predicted to, same with the Guardians, to be a mid-below average team. Alex Cora, the way the Red Sox have came back, they're now back in the playoff hunt after a lot of people didn't really think they were going to be much this year. Brandon Hyde, I think he's kind of up here because the Orioles, just how good they are, he's going to get consideration for manager of the year, even though they were predicted to be this good after what they did last year, having the #1 record in the American League. Like I said, I think Stephen Vogt, he's going to win this one for the American League. And for the National League, this one's a kind of up and down. Like, you kind of pick and choose. I think Pat Murphy's probably going to get it with the Brewers. You could say Rob Thompson. You could say Mike Shildt. You could say Carlos Mendoza. There's a lot of options to go with this. If I had to make a prediction, I'd say it's going to come down between these top three. I think Pat Murphy's probably going to be the best option to win this award just because of the way the Brewers are going. And especially with the Brewers, they got a shot to honestly maybe get the best record in the National League. I want to say at the time of recording this, they have like 66 wins. The Phillies, I think, are like 69, 70 wins, somewhere around there. So the Brewers aren't that far behind. The Brewers have good bats, good pitching. They got a lot of, they play together, I think. I don't really watch too much Brewers ball, but from what I've seen, like highlights-wise, they seem like they're a very good coach team. So when it comes to coaches, I'm going to say this, Pat Murphy and Stephen Vogt, they have my votes for Coaches of the Year. Now getting into the other awards. First up, American League MVP. This is kind of pretty much like, I don't think you could pick anybody else. I think Aaron Judge is going to get it, especially with the fact that he's on pace right now to get up around like 55 home runs, 150, probably 200 RBIs for all we know. I would like to say Jose Ramirez because me being a Guardians fan, but he's probably not going to get it. He'll get votes to be in the MVP conversation. He'll finish like in the top 10, but he ain't going to be the MVP. Bobby Witt's making a really good push for himself to possibly be up there. If Aaron Judge were to like get hurt right now, and Bobby Witt keeps playing the way he is, he would give MVP. But I think Aaron Judge is just like, he's on another planet whenever it comes to being a baseball player that you just can't beat right now. So Judge, MVP for the American League. And now when it comes to the National League, I see people saying Shohei Ohtani should get it, and I understand why. My thing is, he's just DHing. His thing that's making him MVP is he is just a bat. My thing that I look at with Shohei Ohtani is, you take him away from the Dodgers, what are they? Still good. That's what they are. Like, when I think of an MVP, the most valuable player, I think of it like, this player is the reason why you are going to win a title. This player, you take him off your team, you are going to take a massive step back whenever it comes to how good your team is. And if you took Shohei Ohtani off the Dodgers, I feel like they would still be pretty good. You still got Mookie Betts, you still got Freddie Freeman. Like, this team is still good. If I was going to take a bet on who I would probably pick for MVP, LA De La Cruz could be a good spot for MVP votes. Like, you take Elly De La Cruz off the Reds, that team is nothing. I'm sorry, Cincinnati fans, but you guys are nothing with Elly De La Cruz. You take him off that team, all those steals, all those triples, all those doubles, hustling out the bases, creating electricity out there on the field, the fielding that he can do as well. He is like the heartbeat of that team. Shohei, you could take him off the team, Dodgers still good. Bryce Harper, you take him off the Phillies, they're still good, I think. Lindor, you take him off the team, that one I would say maybe he could be MVP votes because you take him off the team. I think they would probably lose a little bit of like a spark with their team. And the same thing kind of goes for why Aaron Judge is my vote for MVP for American League. You take him off the Yankees, that team would be putrid. So for me, I would take the underdog vote here, and I would say Elly De La Cruz. He'd be my vote for MVP for the National League. Now, when it comes to Cy Young, I think this is pretty obvious. It's between either Corbin Burnes or Tariq Skubal, I think is how you say it, Tariq, however you say it. It's between one of those two. I think right now, the way it's going, when I look at like the records, their ERA, their stats, all different things, whenever it comes to the metrics of pitching, I think Skubal is the best option. He's probably going to get MVP, unless he just hits like an absolute shithole here going down the stretch. But I do kind of wonder, with the Orioles being so good and the Tigers being like fighting for their playoffs lives right now, are they going to give it to Burnes just because of him having a better record? He's more known. Skubal less known because of him being on like a smaller market team, not really up there in the playoff hunt. I would still give it to Skubal, just like I said, I would give it to Skubal for my vote. That's what I would say. When it comes to the National League Cy Young, I mean, the Chris Sale is having an excellent season. He's always kind of had excellent seasons. My thing is, how do you not give it to Paul Skeens? Paul Skeens is having a terrific year right now. He is unhittable. He's amazing. I just feel like right now, they're probably going to look at it like, Paul Skeens, he is young. He's going to keep doing this. He will get another Cy Young opportunity. He might win it next year, but this year, I think Chris Sale is the guy to win it. Unless, like, it's just going to come down to who fucks up, basically. You have a month and a half, basically 2 months, to put out everything you got. If one of them fucks up and starts having a bad stretch, like 2 or 3, 4 games, where you are just awful, it's going to leave an opening for the other guy. Like I said, right now, I think Chris Sale is the guy for NL Cy Young. When it comes to Rookie of the Year awards for American League and National League, American League, I guess Gil, you could say for the Yankees, Cowser for the Orioles have been both having good seasons. I don't really follow like rookies per se, because it's kind of hard to tell which players are rookies, because you don't really, like, with the MLB, you're not really drafted and just straight up to the MLB. It's hard to tell which players are actually rookies going in. I would say right now, probably Colton Cowser. I know about him. I've seen him. I watched him play against the Guardians, and he's pretty good. I'd probably give him my vote for the Orioles to win Rookie of the Year for American League. And then for the National League, like I said, with Skeens, I think he could probably win MVP vote. But if he doesn't win MVP vote, he can win Rookie of the Year. He's 100% winning the National League Rookie of the Year. Jackson Merrill, Imanaga, I think is how you say it, for the Cubs, both having terrific seasons. But I think it's Skeens' award to lose. But that right there is going to do it for my votes on who I think is going to win each award. Like I said, this is my opinion. If you disagree, that is okay if you disagree with these award votes. Like I said, I'm not really going too much in depth why I think these guys should win these awards. I'm just kind of giving like a little bit of a perspective into my mind why I think they should win these awards. Like I said, vote is like the one, and Skeens for National League Rookie of the Year. Those two I think are the two that are like 100%, and Aaron Judge for American League MVP. Those are the three I think that 100% they're winning those awards. All the other awards, I think it's kind of, you could do like a coin flip, like a flip flop kind of debate on who you think should win the awards. But those three, Judge, Vogt, Skeens, those three, they are winning their awards. Those three are winning their respective awards. There's no debating it. But other than that, I think I'm going to wrap up there. Hopefully you guys did go and enjoy today's video. If you did enjoy it, as always, make sure you're going to drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. If you wanted to watch the entirety of today's video, thank you very much. And like I said, if you have a different opinion, do you agree or disagree with anything I said? Do you think that these guys should win it? Is there any player that I said should win an award that you disagree? Was there a player that you, like I said, if you want to leave it in the comments on who you think should win these awards, go ahead and leave your complete opinion down in the comment section down below, and be more welcome to talk about with you guys. If you're a fan of the content that I do post here, and you want to go and hit that big red subscribe button, feel free to do so. And do not forget to hit that little notification bell to be notified the second I post. But without further ado, this has been Dylan Ty Sports. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.